The global economy is recovering from strength to strength, with many governments actively rolling out the vaccines, as well as proactive government stance on economic recovery and monetary policy. We see brighter days ahead. My name is Mervyn. This morning, I have my colleague Peter Chia, who is our FX strategist, to talk through with us about the various FX strategies and how it impacts SMEs. Peter, what do you think of the global economy, and closer to home, how would the Singapore economy and the currency market fare?
After an unprecedented slowdown last year, the global economy is on track for a strong rebound this year, boosted by a rapid vaccine rollout and huge monetary and fiscal stimulus globally. Risks have now shifted to the upside, and we can expect more growth upgrades across the year. Asia will draw strength from the Chinese economy that will grow 8.5% this year, and Singapore will be amongst the first within the region to achieve herd immunity and hence a faster return to normalcy. Its economy will grow at a strong 5.5% this year, and this underpins a strong Sing dollar.
Can you share with us the outlook of the FX currency and how it impacts SMEs, especially those who actively engage in cross-border transactions?
Firstly, the Sing dollar has held up well against the recent strength in the US dollar. While it has weakened from 1.32 to 1.34 across March to April, this is seen as a modest move if we consider the almost straight line appreciation of the Sing dollars from 1.46 since last March. The almost V-shaped recovery in Singapore's growth of 5.5% this year from a contraction of 5.4% last year underscores our strong outlook for the Sing dollar ahead. So, our advice to clients is to buy into this recent weakness in the Sing dollar, as we expect the Sing dollar to strengthen towards 1.32 by the end of the year. As for the yen, it has weakened at the sharpest pace since 2016 and appears oversold. So yen Sing nearer to 1.20 is a good level to buy into. Despite a weak start, the euro is expected to rebound in the second half of this year. We see a strong support in euro Sing at about 1.58.
It looks like the FX market is quite volatile this year. So what can an SME owner do?
Instead of being reactive to daily FX movements, SMEs could look to manage their FX risk in a systematic way. The first step is to identify and quantify their net FX exposure, and the next step is to decide on the hedging solution. FX forwards are a common and straightforward way to help to reduce the overall FX exposure. And the last step is to communicate the FX policy to the sales and finance teams.
Thank you, Peter, for the wonderful insights. As SMEs are starting to go international, exposure to currency fluctuations can erode profits. As you learn from Peter on various ways to mitigate such risks, do speak to your RMs or FX strategists on how to better utilize your FX strategies for your business.